Hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. This is another one of my Recipeless real-time stir-fry video, or RRTS video for short, to guide you through cooking this silken tofu dish with Brussels sprouts from beginning to end in less than 7 minutes. I want to show you how to cook many different dishes with our recipes and to have a lot of fun. I'm going to teach you a few basic principles to follow. The first principle is to cut the vegetables thinly to bite size so they can be cooked rapidly. Here I have thinly sliced the carrot. I also cut the Brussels sprouts into quarters but still keep them relatively intact. I make sure to keep the stems so the leaves are still held together without falling apart. I also cut the purple cabbage to about bite size, making it much faster to cook. Another principle that I want to teach you is to stir fry the vegetables in hot oil. It is through the Maillard reaction that this process generates flavor molecules to make the vegetables taste good. Another principle that I follow all the time is to saute 1 tablespoon of garlic with 1 tablespoon of canola oil. This process generates both aroma and flavor for the dish. After stir-fry the vegetables for 30 seconds, I next add water to the wok to steam the vegetables. This is an excellent two-step method to fry the vegetables in hot oil to generate flavor molecules in step 1 and to cook the vegetables through steaming to achieve the desired texture in step 2. You can use this two-step method in cooking nearly all kinds of vegetables. Once you understand this principle, you can cook any vegetable to achieve excellent flavor without any recipes, just like the ones shown here. Another important principle of this recipeless cooking system is to prep in advance. I have created videos such as this one to show you how to prep in advance. Prepping in advance has many advantages in addition to time saving. Imagine the prep ingredients as paint on your palette, giving you an opportunity to create every time when you cook. I don't need to stir the vegetables as rigorously during steaming as when I stir fry the vegetables in hot oil. I don't have to worry about the vegetables being burned. I still keep the stove on high to accelerate the cooking. However, I keep a close eye on the fluid in the wok, making sure there is always some fluid in the bottom of the wok, and I will add more water as it deemed necessary. You might ask, how do I choose the vegetables to put into the dish and how much do I put in? The wonderful thing about prepping in advance is that I have many options. Over the years, I find what works best to our taste, and you will discover that after some experimenting. This is the beauty of recipeless cooking. You are free to try out new things each time when you cook. To coax more flavor from the vegetables as well as meat, I developed a set of basic seasonings to use in nearly most of my dishes. These seasonings create complex flavor and greatly reduce the need for salt. They include 1 teaspoon mushroom seasonings, ½ teaspoon garlic powder, ½ teaspoon cumin, ½ teaspoon onion powder, ½ teaspoon paprika, 1/3 teaspoon ginger powder. You are probably familiar with most of the seasonings except mushroom seasoning, which is extracted from mushroom and used in place of chicken bouillon. You can find them online or in most Asian supermarkets or grocery stores. By changing the seasonings both in types as well as in ratio, you can dramatically alter the characteristics of the dish, making it into an entirely new dish. I add a little more water to the wok to mix the seasonings with the vegetables. As you can see here, I did not cook a large quantity of vegetables for this dish because the tofu is the main ingredient of the dish, and the vegetables are served as condiments to provide flavor, texture, and color for the tofu. By prepping in advance, I can use a small amount of a particular vegetables when I use it as a condiment, or I could use a lot of it as the main ingredient. I used to waste up to 40% of the vegetables that I brought home. Now I have reduced it to less than 5% with my prepping system. Next, I add a black bean chili sauce known as the Guilin style chili sauce. This will give the dish a mild spicy flavor. Now I tend to stay away from really spicy dishes. However, I will prepare some more spicy dishes in the future because my wife loves spicy food. One of the most popular chili sauces is this fried chili in hot oil, which works very well with this dish also. I mix all the ingredients well before I add the tofu. The tofu that I use for this dish is known as Silken Tofu, which I really like. It has a very smooth texture. When I cut open the box, I find the tofu is molded right into the box. I turn the box upside down and literally squeeze the tofu out of the box before I cut it into bite-sized cubes. So based on its appearance, the tofu looks fragile and appears to be easily broken apart. However, it holds up very well in the wok during stir fry. Finally, I'd add a couple of tablespoons of white rice cooking wine to create a wine sauce for the tofu. This tofu dish could be replicated with other types of tofu, such as the firm tofu and soft tofu. I will continue to create and post this type of recipeless real-time stir-fry video. If you would like to be notified for them, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.